Finally, a little bit of good news about the UK economy. Let me just explain. This is showing you gross domestic product, the rate at which our income across the country is growing or contracting over the last few quarters. Anything above the line shows increases, anything below the line, that's contraction. And famously, 2 successive quarters, these are quarters here, these big bars, of contraction means a recession. Where are we at the moment? Well, back in Q3, so the third quarter of last year, the economy contracted by, look, you can see it there, 0.3%. If it was to go down again, that would mean we are technically in recession. And here's where the latest data comes in, because we also get monthly numbers. Those big bars are quarters, the small bars are months. And look on the right-hand side there. We've had 2 months so far of that final quarter of last year. And actually, they've both been positive. That 0.1% increase in November, a bit higher. Many economists thought it was going to go down by 0.2%. So maybe we're not in recession. And if you compare the kind of path of where the economy is with what economists have forecast recently, this is the level of GDP, so the higher it is, the richer the total sum of GDP is. Not that long ago, the Bank of England thought it was going to go down and down and down. Similar story from the OBR, although they thought we'd kind of have a bit of a ski jump later on, but nonetheless going down. Here's what's actually happened. So the latest data suggests, well, look, that dark blue line is slightly above those dotted lines. So we're doing a little bit better, but some would say we're basically in line. We're just kind of bouncing around. So we're going to have to see in the next few months. But if you look at the kind of breakdown of GDP, one thing is certainly striking. Look at this. This is services. So the services sector, 80% of the economy, whether it's financial services, whether it's legal services, retail, that is growing right now. But look at manufacturing. Of course, higher energy prices mean less in the way of manufacturing, particularly those high energy parts of manufacturing. So a divergence there. One final thing I want to point out, because it is another bit of good news here, interest rate expectations, good news if you've got a mortgage in particular. Do you remember after the mini budget, a lot of people thought they were going to get up to above 6%. That came down to around 4.75% by the end of last year. Well, look where it is, the latest number. Now it's down to 4.38%, maybe down to 4.25% quite soon. So it may be that the interest rate spike coming up in the next few months might not be quite as high as many people had expected.